From our nation's capital, this is the National Weather Desk.
Good morning and welcome to the National Weather Desk. I'm Angela Brown. Hurricane season ends in just 18 days, but that's not stopping Mother Nature from delivering what could become another named storm. West Palm Beach meteorologist Lauren Oleski is tracking the tropics for us this morning.
Yes, there is an area we are monitoring in the middle of November. This is 2 hours south. This is down in the Caribbean. 60% chance of development through the next 7 days. We'll be monitoring for the possibility of an area of low pressure to develop here. This will likely move northeast and stay south of us. We will watch it very closely. Of course, the likelihood of this development being is kind of continuing to go up with those chances there. I'm not expecting this to threaten Florida, but we'll monitor it closely for you. Again, it will likely stay to our south. It's also probably going to get named. The next name on our list is Vince. Hurricane season ends the 30th of this month.
A major factor in our weather patterns this winter is El Nino. Last week, NOAA's Climate Prediction Center confirmed El Nino is now strong and could become very intense. That means Pacific Ocean temperatures have increased. But surprisingly, corresponding changes in the atmosphere have not happened yet. Typically, we'd expect to see wetter conditions across the south, and that's still likely to happen. We'll just have to wait and see. A state of emergency is now in effect in Iceland as the island nation prepares for what's being called an imminent volcanic eruption. There have been thousands of small earthquakes in southwestern Iceland, which indicates an eruption is likely. It's feared a coastal community could be obliterated by lava. That town, though, has been evacuated. Iceland's famous Blue Lagoon is less than 3 miles from the possible eruption. It is temporarily closed. Cloudy, rainy weather is helping North Carolina firefighters battle stubborn wildfires. Crews are fighting the fires on the ground and also in the sky. Drought conditions across western Carolina help fuel the flames. That's why the entire region remains under a burn ban. There's another wildfire burning in Hawaii, and this one is threatening a rare rainforest that is home to several endangered species. No one has been injured and no homes burned so far, but the fire scorched nearly 1,700 acres of land, mostly belonging to the Oahu Forest National Wildlife Refuge. It is home to 22 species the U.S. has listed as endangered or threatened. Officials are still investigating how that fire got started. A whale found dead on the beach in North Carolina has many residents in an uproar. A balloon found in the animal's stomach is being blamed for the death, and now people want more to be done to prevent trash from getting into the ocean. Biljana Garland has more.
On October 30th, Victoria Thayer got a call about a dead whale in the surf on Emerald Isle Beach. It was a young Gervais-beaked whale. Only about 40 beaked whales washed up on North Carolina beaches since the 90s. With the help of Emerald Isle Public Works and helpful beachgoers, they transported the baby whale to Seamast to investigate how she died. All that was in her stomach was milk and this balloon.
If I take a crumpled up empty balloon and throw it on the ground, it's littering and I could be fined for that. But meanwhile, people are letting them up into the air all the time and they all come back down. We're out on the water. We see balloons out there all day long. We were out last Sunday. We probably pulled up 6 balloons just in a couple of hours, and that was just in our path.
It always does, even though I've been doing this a long time. It always is very sad, and I think about the animal's life and what that whale must have seen. But I'm also grateful for all the collaboration to learn as much from these animals as possible, because very few people have seen these animals alive.
Dr. Thayer says marine mammals can mistake a plastic bag for their food, causing them to eat what can kill them. This brings questions on the impact of American traditions like balloon releases. Dr. Thayer encourages everyone to know the deadly consequences of seemingly small actions.
Winter can be downright bitter. Instead of focusing on the toughness of winter, what about putting a spotlight on the season's cozy comforts like sipping hot chocolate, feeling snug in a warm wool sweater, sitting by a blazing fire? These are part of the Scandinavian mindset of embracing winter. Meteorologist Christian Palacio reports from Wisconsin.
You can't escape the inevitable cold, dark winters in northeast Wisconsin. However, you might want to embrace it, much like they do in the Scandinavian countries of Northern Europe. It's called Mysa or Hygge, And who could explain the lifestyle better than Helene Ingsting Anderson? She's originally from Sweden and has been living in Door County for about 3 decades. What does Mysa mean to her?
It's a term of being cozy. You have an equivalent in Danish, which is hygge, and it's basically cozying up. And in Sweden, Mysa can be to have fika, which is actually having a little bit of a treat, usually in the afternoon, can be in the morning, late morning too, but fika is a big thing in Sweden.
And being outside in the winter is an important part of the lifestyle.
They will, dress for the weather. It's very, very common, like on days off, Saturdays and Sundays, whole families are out taking a hike, taking a walk.
You can find Scandinavian culture in the heart of Sister Bay at Al Johnson's Swedish restaurant and boutique.
It was really a great way to grow up.
Co-owner Lars Johnson agrees outdoor activity is an important facet of Mysa.
The more outdoor activity you can do, the better off you'll feel and the better off you'll be in the long run. I think fresh air really is the important part of it. And here in Door County, it's very similar to Scandinavia. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of Scandinavians have settled in northern Door, because of the similarity.
When describing how cloudy the skies are, meteorologists use several different terms there, and Zahn explains some of them.
In forecasts, you hear a lot about overcast skies, but what is the technical definition of an overcast sky? Well, according to the American Meteorological Society, that's a sky that's at least 95% covered with clouds, pretty much obscuring the sunlight. Now, there is one situation where you might not be able to see the sky, but it is not technically overcast. That would be fog, because that is at ground level.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. While you're here, check out some other videos you just may like.